Hey there y'all, Disney D Prince here again, and today I am looking at the Mobile Suit Gundam G-Frame 13. Now these come in a much smaller box than our regular Gundams. They're only about 4 inches by about 5.5 inches. And it looks like you get a mobile frame, a non-action hanger, and then your armor and your weapon set. And so this is the 38A armor. It's very cute. We do see the other ones that are available over here, which is Buster Gundam, Zaku 2, and then the other lighter Zaku 2. And then these all apparently have a slightly different shade to them, I guess. And again, there's the back of the box. So we do have weapons and boosters. And it says 15 plus. So I'm guessing this is either at or below a 144 scale. There is a lot of small print on there. And now I've been seeing these at Target for a while, and I don't really know what scale they are because they're not scaled on here for me. They are Bandai, so they are officially licensed. They are released by Bluefin. And the usually there is some sort of like notification. Now it does have a little like open tab up here, so I guess this is where we're opening it from. So let's see what it looks like. Now I'm hoping that this isn't gonna be super difficult to put together, even though I can put together most Gundam pretty quickly. Okay, yeah, look at that. Those are in much bigger pieces. But it actually looks like your instructions are on the box. And I'm not sure how we're supposed to open it. This is perforated, so I'm going to open this perforation. Try to do that carefully. It does have another little opener down here. And there is some more perforation. So you do have to unfold the entire box to assemble your Gundam. So again, this looks really basic. So let's get it open and figure out what we've got. So this is not super well labeled. So it does look like most of these pieces are already pretty well assembled. So I don't know if these are gonna be at like the action figure scale that we have. It does come with a stand though, which is better than the regular Gundams because they don't. So let's get this stand. I think this is the action stand over here. I was anticipating having to use my nippers on these, but it looks like this might just be a snap assembly. So, I don't know, we'll see. Okay. So what we've got is this is our main arm, it looks like. So we do have like full range of motion, surprisingly. Like this type of construction would be friggin' awesome for Metabots. Like, oh my god, like I'm thinking of that now and it's the only thing I can think of. So our first is make sure the direction is the same as shown, lift both arms and remove the feet. So we go like that. Okay. So like that, and then go like this. I'm not sure if those pieces are supposed to come off. No, it just snips back on. So the front and the back. Okay. This is just a little ball joint that it just hooks into right there. And now I think, yeah, that's the front and that's the back. Okay, so we got it facing the right way. So there's your frame. Let me grab one of my 1/44th scale Gundam that are already assembled real quick, just so we can look at that. I keep them pretty close to where I'm at. But let's see. So I've got my 144 Taiga Gundam. I think that's his name. So, give you guys a little height scale comparison. So without any armor on, the frame, that's maybe a 2 centimeter height difference. Without any of the armor on or anything else, just on that frame. But this is actually one of my favorite Gundam. But I'm gonna put him out of this way, and we're going to assemble this guy. So number 2, it says we attach the side armor and the thigh armor, which is over here. I think those, no, this is this side, this guy. So we do have to go back and forth between bags, which is fine, but it's just a little irritating when you're trying to keep everything separate. I'm used to having a bunch of riveted plates, or not riveted, but basically still on their plastic rails. I forget what the actual term is. But let's look at this. So again, we have to take this off. So this is, I guess, the display stand, where you can display the armor, which is kind of weird, but it does come on this, like that's its purpose. And I don't know if this was supposed to come off on its own, but it did. So, I don't know, we'll see. But I do need to get this armor off. This. Okay, there's this. Okay, and so we put this on that. And then again, we're going to try to take this off. This seems kind of problematic. Just a little, like it feels wrong to be snapping them off this. But it's how you're supposed to put them on. So those, and then the thigh armor, which is this part up here. which, okay. Okay, right there, and right there. Okay. Leg armor comes off its holders a little bit easier. And these do have pegs that they kind of slide into on there. And then we're supposed to attach the abdominal armor and the leg armor. So both of these come off. Let's try to find our seams. So you know what's funny is they market this as 15 plus, but this actually seems more like it would be much better for like a preteen market. But I don't know. Let's see. This was this leg, so we're gonna pop that back on like that, because that's the only little plug. Okay. That's how that goes. Again, we have these little leg armors that we're going to put on here in a bit. There, yeah. And we're going to do the same for the other leg. So, and then these pieces that they were hanging on become our display stand when we get finished. Okay. So that's what our legs look like so far. And then we're supposed to take the abdominal armor off, which this would be much easier if this armor was not on this thing already. Maybe you're supposed to take it off completely. Okay. So we've got these. Now it does say there's a little trick to this. Note the direction of the part. So we do want our little flares going up. Okay. And then that snips on like that. And then we need to put on our little snippy thing. This one. Okay, so that one's supposed to go on the front, so this one needs to go on the back. So we've got to get this one out of here. Then this one goes on the back first. Okay. And then we put the chest armor back on the front and the back. And then we put the jetpack with the sabers, which are not really sabers on this set, unfortunately. Oh, something just fell out. Dang it. So we do put these up on the little, yeah, these are receivers, not sabers, because these are going to slide in. These aren't even designed to come out. So those, and then I'm going to just take all this out, I think. It's going to be easier. Then we've got that and this, and then we snap these onto this one right there. Our Gundam is already coming together pretty nicely. And before I forget that something fell, oh, it was the stand piece. Okay. Stand piece fell down. Okay. So that's it for step 4. Okay, then lower the arm and attach the armor, which is over here. So note the direction of the part. Yeah, so we do have our arms that are separate. I think this goes right this way, possibly. No, it goes on the front, it looks like. Okay. And then we do this, because we have to remove these. I have pieces that are flying away from me. I'm trying to keep everything too close to the camera. Okay. So you are going to kind of need to use your nails to get everything in. These do have 2 different hands, which is kind of nice. So there's always that. This one goes on the back. Notice how it has that little cutout there. And then this one goes on the front. Again, it leaves a little room for our joint while also covering the joint. And then here is our other piece, and that hand. I may switch those hands out. I have not decided. We're going to do the other arm now. I'm not sure if I put those on the right sides now that I'm looking at it, because I think there's a difference. Yeah, there's a further little thing on that, so let me swap those. Okay. This armor does come off pretty easy, which is kind of nice. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, with Gundam, you kind of always got to be careful of which direction you're putting things. But if you're watching this video, you probably already know that. And I'm showing the fact that I'm completely newbie. Okay. But again, it's a little bit easier when you know where everything's supposed to go because the instructions are clear. These are very weird because they're not much cheaper than the regular 144, which is kind of funny. So that's it for attaching the arm armor. This is what it looks like so far. Like, it's not bad looking, like really. With some detail painting and things like that, it would be really pretty decent. Okay, now we're going to do our foot armor. So again, we put it onto this part first. And apparently we're supposed to take the foot off, though. It does come out pretty easy, which is nice. And then we just go like this, and we snap those together. Again, it's just little pegs. I don't think these are more articulated, but they might be. Get this last little bit out over there. That way it doesn't fly out somewhere where I can't see it. Because for being small pieces, things seem to disappear in my carpet and under my chair in my apartment, which is why I'm like, okay, no, thank you. Okay. And then again, we do that. And then slide that foot back in there. Now it stands up. Nice and easy. And then these go into the go onto the shoulders. Like that. Yeah. And they just clip onto that connector pin right there. And we're going to put our head on. This is our head. No stickers are involved in this set, y'all. Like, this is pre-molded. Like, this is surprisingly well done for what it is, actually. Like, because Gundam already is pretty much like a build-it-yourself toy. But, like, wow. Okay, and we clip this little front skirt thing on. And he's complete. The little extra pieces are designed to be held onto the to hold onto the shield, depending on which hand you want to put them in. I tend to go with a right-handed shield. that. And then we also have these two little pieces. This is a view from above. This is the right piece. And that goes right in there. It's got little cannons. And again, and this one. Like there. Like, I mean, this works surprisingly well. So, yeah. Okay, let's see with the little machine gun that we've got. That bag is fully empty now. So again, we can just take our little machine gun and we turn the arm, push it up, curve it, hand moves like that. It's not bad. And then you can swap those hands out. Like I was saying, these interchangeable hands. So that's kind of cool. So if you want splayed hands that don't do anything to it, then you can. These little pieces, also the shield parts. Let me show you. Take that off first. There we go. Can also fit onto here. With this piece. This way. Which I may actually swap this to. Yeah. Because that way he can just keep it on his arm like that. Which is kind of cool. And again, that's just an extra piece right there. And so from there, this is what we have left. We have these four pieces, the arms, the legs, and here's the stand. So let's look at it this way. So this one has this coming up and the pegs going down. And it says turn palm down. And you want it to be tilting up. Okay, turning palm down. Yep. Again, turning your palm down. And from there, we take our feet off and put our feet onto the other side, which do fit into, I guess. Let's see what the stand part actually says about that. Oh, because we got to turn it upside down. That's why. So we turn those 2 feet upside down like this. Yeah. And then we flop it back around. And we take the left leg part, which has got this one, right? No. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So like this, and then this inner peg, it looks like goes into this armhole. No. This armhole, maybe? This one. Okay. Yeah, because it wants it on top. Like that. And then the same one for the other leg. And then we take this, and this little stand is attachable, like it's movable. Like that's a decent little stand, actually. For what it is, yeah, I'm here for it. I don't know of a better way to store this somewhere, though. I guess I could just stick it right there on the edge. It's not going to stay there, though. There we go. And then it has a little hole right there in the bottom where you do get your own little action base. Like, not a whole lot of versatility in how you display him, but he does have a full 180 of displayability on that. So if you want to have him firing backwards with his boosters going down and him looking up and his shield up like that, you could. Like he's flying backwards, you can. So actually, I was thinking this was overpriced because I wasn't sure what scale it was going to be, but holding him up to a 144 that I know is a 144, he's about the same size. Like, I mean, this guy might be a little bit smaller, but it's negligible. Like, I'll stand them up next to each other now that they're both completely built. But let me show y'all. So, I mean, he's maybe a centimeter shorter. So I don't think he's at full 144 scale, but he's a pretty decent Gundam. And if you're more of a casual Gundam builder, like, I have a lot of nippers, and I don't really like to mess with glue, and I don't really want to have to paint something. But this was actually pretty good, and just building it with me trying to narrate the whole time, which is longer, this guy only took me 30 minutes to put together, including putting together his stand. So, I mean, you know. And the instructions are easy to follow if you're looking at the pictures. So, I mean, good job, Bandai. I mean, granted, this is not the direction I think all Gundams should go, but this is a great way to get people into building Gundams. Like, if you have a younger sibling or someone that wants to build Gundams with you, but you don't want to mess with all of the rails, and you don't want to have to cut every part out for them when they put them together, and you don't want to worry about them screwing up stickers and them being mad that it's not looking the way it's supposed to look, I think this is a great option. Like, that's what they are. The Gundam G-Frame. Honestly, the only, like, irritating part is getting them off of the original hanger frame that later becomes the base. But other than that, I mean, this was great. It's a little shocking that the instructions are on the box, like actually printed on the cardboard. So you do have to save these boxes if you want to use them again. But you can just, you know, cut it down to where it's just these 2.5 panels. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for $13.39. And that's at, you know, Walmart. I mean, that's at Target, of all places. Like, I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised with that. So, yeah. And that's it compared to one that's full stickers and like, yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad that I built it. I'm not mad that I bought it. So, yeah. All right. If you see one of these in a style that you like, just know it's not a bad build. I mean, you can do your... you can use a line art pen or a little tiny paintbrush if you want, like you would normally do, to fill in some of these details, because these pieces are still detailed. But this kind of has the added versatility that all this armor comes off. And it's designed to come off, really. Like the feet come off easily, all the accessories. So I imagine you could do a lot of versatility in the... if you had all 4 of the ones that came out. And I think there are a couple of lines of these, not just the 4 that are on this box. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of cool. So just a heads up, if you see them at Target, they're worth it, you know? I mean, you're not going to spend, you know, 2 days putting it together. And it's not going to be super stressful. So, I mean, if you just want like a fun little, like, I'm getting around to it, I have some free time to kill, and you are a Gundam, and you did like Gundam, you know, just go for it. It's $13. It'll probably go on sale here in a few days. So yeah, I mean, I might go pick up some more of these, because these are kind of fun, and they're less stressed than the regular, Gundams, and they're a lot cheaper than the Gundam Universe figures, which are basically these, but you assemble them yourself. So, thanks for watching. This has been Disney D Prints, y'all. Have fun. Remember, if you liked it, leave a like, drop a comment if you've got a question, and, you know, as always, have fun, y'all. Bye.